This is Gardening in America, and I'm Ed Hume. Today we're going to talk about the fascinating air plants, and I'm with Rick Owens of Owens Gardens. Rick, do you primarily grow air plants?
Yes, that's all we grow are just the tillandsias or air plants, and we sell them at flower shows. We sell them through mail order, and also a few local nurseries carry them too.
Now, it looks like these are what, magnets?
Yeah, refrigerator magnets, real popular for a little gift for somebody. A lot of the local nurseries like them too for a little novelty item.
You know, that's fascinating to me because here these are so tiny, and yet look at where you're looking at some really big ones.
Yeah, the plant family is very varied, and you can start off with one as small as your fingernail to one that'll grow 3 or 4 feet in diameter.
Are they easy to grow?
Real easy to grow. It's a huge plant family. They're adaptable to all sorts of different home environments, and they do well outside here in the Northwest, also in the spring and the summer months.
But you'd need to give them protection, of course, during the winter.
Yeah, just like most houseplants you would, yes.
Okay. Suppose and I'm asking this for our viewers, suppose I bought this one and took it home, what kind of care would I need to give it?
Same as you would a normal houseplant, Ed. You want to keep it in a room where they get good light. They absorb water entirely through their leaf, so you'd want to give them a good heavy spray misting with water about once or twice a week.
Okay. What about feeding? Would they require any feeding?
Yeah, they're called nutrient scavengers, so they don't need much, but occasionally I do throughout the spring and summer months a real weak solution like a quarter strength of any all-purpose fertilizer.
Okay. Now, do we have to worry about soil or anything with these? Or?
No, that's a nice thing about them. There's no pots, no soil, so you're sort of free to put them in or on anything that you want, whether a piece of wood or a rock.
And I notice here from the display that you have, some of these are flowering.
Oh yeah, they all bloom.
They do?
Yeah, most of these have real pretty flowers, pinks, purples, reds, and they're very unusual too. And some of them can be very long lasting.
The thing, we moved these outside so that you could see them better, but the greenhouse in the back has a lot of other varieties too. And,
right.
And you've got some hanging almost to the floor.
Yeah, that's a Spanish moss. That's what most people are familiar with when they go down south. They'll see it growing or hanging from the trees, but it's actually not a moss. It's a tillandsia or an air plant also.
Okay. Now, if I was to buy any one of these magnets, are these eventually going to get so large that they'll outgrow that and I'll need to find another location for them?
Eventually, but it's going to be years. They're full size, but they'll spread. They'll have offshoots or pups, and so they'll spread growing in little groups or clusters. So you can either break them apart and move them to another thing, or just transplant the whole item to another piece.
Thanks, Rick. You and your wife, Barbara, do a beautiful job of growing air plants.